What's up, ladies and gentlemen? We're back. My wife had to take out her something. I don't know what she took out, but it is what it is. So we're back in the mix. Her nail stuff. Sorry.
Don't make people think it's a perverted thing I'm taking.
Sorry, no problem. No problem. So yeah, we're here. This is the marriage episode. So let's talk about marriage. How's it been so far? Married to the zany, crazy, off the wall Dexter Deveau.
So the past year has been wonderful.
That's the right answer.
That's really what he wants to hear.
Fantastic.
That's been great, honestly.
Good.
I feel like we get along very well, so it's not like we're constantly bickering.
No, exactly. I feel like, and we've talked about this before, but I think that marriage is a continuation of whatever you have before. You know what I mean?
Extension of what you already.
Yeah, exactly. So if you're kind of like, if you have a turd, it's kind of difficult to polish that. You know what I mean?
That's your
As
second.
Sandy Preeter used to say in Australia, you can't polish a turd, mate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So no, honestly, like we're very easygoing people. We get along very well.
What are your main tips after a year?
After
Look,
a year.
we're rookies, right? So our love story. Here's our love stories for all those that don't know our story. Is me and Bettina went to high school together, and I always thought she was cute. You know what I mean? She had these cute little hairdos and stuff. You know what I mean? And I always thought she was attractive, but she was always
He never
elusive.
told me
She
this,
just,
so
you know.
let's just like put that out there. He never told me this.
Exactly.
And we were never really friends.
We were never.
We
Oh
just knew
wow!
of each other. Yeah.
I thought we were friends. You know.
What? I never really hung out with you.
She was in the cool kid circle. You know what I mean? She was in the cool kids. She was the it girl squad. You know.
I
what
really wasn't.
So yeah, we actually linked up a week before COVID. So March here in Canada, 2020 is when we had our first date. And then shout out to Milk on Monklin here in NDG. That was our stomping grounds. That's where we had our first lovely date, and it's been amazing ever since.
Yeah. And the first date, I don't think I said 5 words.
I just made her laugh the entire time, which was fantastic,
2 hours.
you know.
And then we walked Teddy home.
I had my dog with me.
Or
He's
you
in
walked
Ontario
him
now.
or-
No,
Oh,
yeah,
your dad's
that
place.
was one of my dad's place in the
We
area.
walked-
So
we walked with Teddy.
we walked
your
him.
dog.
But yeah, so tell me, what are some things that have changed? What are some things that you feel have changed going from just a regular relationship? Well, not really this is the problem with this is the issue I have with the title
So
of marriage.
nothing really changes.
Nothing really changes.
So
Yeah.
first of all, we were living
The
together
legal
for-
changes,
the
obviously,
legal
because now you're
changes,
fused with another human being, with your significant other legally,
Yeah.
right? Well, depending on where you live, right? So in Quebec, we have civil unions and marriages. In the rest of Canada, you're either common law or you're married. And they do have different sort of legal consequences depending on estate planning and if your partner passes away in terms of taking over benefits and stuff like that. But that's not really the point. So tell me about what has changed since going in from your just being together in a relationship to now being married.
Nothing really, honestly.
Yeah.
Like I know it sounds
Sounds cliche.
It sounds cliche to say that.
Yeah.
But no, it's just like you're living every day with this person, and obviously living with people is an adjustment.
Yeah.
Like I think when we first started living together, it was like, oh, he likes to do this, she likes to do that.
Yeah.
This irritates me, that irritates me. But
Yeah.
then you get used to it, and you kind of navigate.
Yeah, so my wife's a teacher. So I remember the first, and you know what, I got to give a shout out to all the teachers out there globally, because this profession it exploits you and it just takes everything out of you, and you get paid nothing to work your butt off. And I have so much respect for all the teachers out there. The summer's off. People always have this illusion that your summer's off, or like you actually take a break, when it's like a month of recovering from the trauma of the past 10 months. And then
Yeah.
if you don't have a permanent contract, it's another month of trying to find a job. So, yeah, so it's interesting how all that all works. Anyways, I remember when my now wife and my girlfriend at the time, B, moved in. It was like, what the hell? She comes home.
Dex was.
I was like, my flabbers were gasted. You know what I mean?
What is this girl doing?
I was like, yo, she works all day, and then she comes home. Okay, Bluesy.
Bluesy.
See, can you make sure she doesn't hit it? Oh, she's a slick.
She's slick.
Our cat's behind the camera right now. She's the one filming actually. But yeah, so I think you have to be mindful of, and these are things that you never really realize until you live with your partner. So that's another question we should ask ourselves is like, what are your thoughts be on living with your partner before marriage, on
And work?
we don't have to get into like the intimate stuff because it's obviously a family friendly channel in terms of like, do people want to do it before they get married? We're not going to talk about that because we are waiting till we get married.
Which already happens.
No comment. So what are your thoughts on like living with your partner before marriage?
I think that you have
what are your beliefs about that?
I think you have to have expectations, but also reasonable expectations of what you're expecting. I think you have to communicate like how you see your day going,
right?
How you see living together going. Right. Like there's a lot of tasks involved with living together.
Yeah.
And I think clear line of
communication absolutely. I think our communication is great.
Always key.
I think if you don't have communication, you don't have a relationship, and you don't have to like. I think people think that you have to have like your perfect partner, and I don't actually believe in the term soulmate. So this is another whole concept we can get into. This is the first of our husband and wife series. Go ahead.
Soulmate is more like it feels right.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe my definition of soulmate is different than yours.
Maybe.
Because my definition of soulmate is someone that's like, oh, the universe has given me this person. You know what I mean?
This person?
Well, yeah, let's say I've manifested this person in my life.
I think you manifested me. Okay.
Absolutely. You know what? Absolutely. The right answer is yes. I think I did. I think Jesus Christ gave me you. You know what I mean? Very beautiful. But yeah, so I think it's like, you have to, so this gets into another point of like, do you have to agree on everything with your partner in terms of like who you're dating? What are some of the things that you think are important in terms of like the points of a relationship or being with someone where you don't necessarily have to agree on everything, and the things that are like, no, these are like values versus, yeah, exactly. So where do you draw the line between those two things?
I think values, like having the same, I think fundamental values are important.
Mm-hmm.
Like whether you believe that family time, alone time,
right,
open communication,
those are like the non-negotiables.
Could be like non-negotiables for people.
Yeah. And then let's say like I want to go on 4 trips instead of 3, or I want soba instead of poulet rouge.
Oh yeah.
Is that going to be a problem?
Yes.
That's the food.
I'm an Ubereats girl.
She's an Ubereats girl.
I'm. If I don't feel like cooking, we're ordering. That's
exactly.
That's how the game rolls.
Which is 80% of the time.
And food, what?
Which is 80% of the time. It's okay.
That's okay, as long as if you're not gonna cook.
Look, we don't have any kids. We don't have a mortgage. We can figure it out. It's all good.
This is the deal.
Exactly.
If you're not gonna cook for me, then I'm Ubereatsing.
That's the man's job, right?
Yeah, exactly. I don't believe that women should be the one always cooking.
That's fair. That's fair. No. So yeah. So what are you? So that's interesting, and that's another. No, that's fair. That's not a problem. So that's interesting. Opening up another conversation. So what do you think are some of the, just as a woman, what do you think are some of those things that you felt are different between men and women in marriage?
My thing is that men are out of sight, out of mind, with a lot of things that have to go around the house.
Well, explain.
So, groceries, when does that need to get done? Cleaning the house,
right,
taking care of laundry,
right,
all those like things.
Sorry, I think it's less.
The things that come with living in a house. Like, okay. I think if I wasn't here, it'd be a pigsty.
Sausage party.
A sausage party, yeah. And yeah.
I think I totally agree. I think so that's the macro, right? This is like the macro effects, but the micro, I think, is the organizational piece. You know what I mean? I'm not organized. I don't remember anything. I'm getting outed on live TV. This is perfect.
He's in his own little world.
I'm in my own little world.
That's it.
I'm good.
Things are organized. He's fine. So.
Yeah. So I think for me, I'm like, I don't remember anything. Like, I could have food sitting in the fridge for like 2 weeks, and then I won't remember it. I just forget everything. So I don't forget that I love you, though.
I think he just doesn't care about it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think it's just a value thing. Again, it's not.
No, it's not
like,
a value thing. It's called caring. I don't think values and caring are in the same.
Well, no, because I don't care about the cleanly, the organizational. I'm trying to. I really try. I hope I'm trying. You know?
Trying, yeah.
I'm trying. I'm not
Trying.
perfect at all. It's still a work in progress.
No one's perfect. It's just
No, you are.
no.
Perfect for me.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
This is getting cheesy. This is awkward.
Anyways, so it's been a year. We're having a great time. What are
I
some?
think you should date all the time. Go on
Yeah,
dates.
that's
we
essential.
always say that.
That's essential. So what are?
Don't
So
lose
it's been a
the
year
dates,
in.
so
What are the
take
things
date
we?
nights. Hello,
Yeah, so,
I'm explaining.
okay, no problem, no problem.
Date nights are essential. Don't forget to date. Don't forget to say I love you and thank you for helping me out whenever
There you go.
they help you out.
Absolutely.
Yeah, open communication. Some conversations are awkward, but it's better to be awkward than to be yelling at each other.
I totally agree.
Respect your partners, people, because we're all human. Everyone's trying.
Yep.
Getting upset and in an uproar gets you nowhere.
Yep. It's true. That's true.
As Dex always tells me, he can't read my mind, so.
Yeah. So I think
we have to
my
be
wife.
explicit about things.
I think that's where we were talking about before, like the difference between men and women. Is that again? I can't speak for the whole contingent of men, but I can speak for me as a man that's married to a woman, and I think my wife is. I think in terms of like the differences in terms of where we might differ on views, is that my wife has a very clear-cut idea in her mind about how things should go, and for me, I'm more of like like my wife critiqued. It's just a very fair critique, and I totally agree with her. Is like the whole not knowing when to do things, or just I should think for myself in terms of when I should or shouldn't be doing something.
You know, things become routine.
Exactly.
So it's
Exactly.
Kind of like, you know,
Yeah.
read the room.
Exactly, which I don't have a key to the room. You know what
Oh,
I mean? But yeah, so those things like trying to like I think you better understand like the cadence of your partner, and understand what the things that really like. I think you learn more importantly the things they don't like versus the things that they really like. It's good to know what they really, really like, but I think what's more important is knowing what your partner, what your wife or your husband doesn't like. Those are probably things that, so like, as opposed to saying my wife really likes when this is done, my wife really doesn't like waking up with dishes in the sink. Or my wife really doesn't like when there's dirty running clothes that smell like vinegar sitting in the...
absolutely disgusting.
So there we go. So now we're leading with like...
Well, I don't know if you like the smell of vinegar in your clothes.
Well, again, I don't think about it. I just put it in the box and then it gets done, you know, twice a week. You know? Yeah. Well, we do it together. We do our laundry together. My wife is like... my wife's very dainty. You know, she likes the cleanliness. She likes to clean.
Yeah, I like clean things. That's literally...
No, that's fair. There's nothing. There's no right or wrongs. There's no right or wrongs. You know. So yeah, 1 year in. You know,
it's been great. Go on vacation, guys.
Love each other.
Enjoy
Love
yourself.
hard.
Yep.
Listen. Again, we've been married 1 year, but you know, I think we've always had this idea of doing like a couples podcast. So if you like this type of content, make sure to like and subscribe to the
next
channel.
Time we'll actually like plan this out, and maybe we'll discuss what we're gonna say before.
You don't like the free? I like the
I'm
free
not a
flow
free-flow
conversations.
conversation person.
So you want me to write the ideas down next time? Okay, that's
we're gonna
fair.
write ideas down. We're actually gonna like organize ourselves.
Okay.
And yeah.
Oh, I think it's been good. Love you, babe. Thanks for coming on the show. Love you. Yeah, so if you guys have any questions, this has been our first in the series, the Bettina and Dexter series. We've always had this
Watch our
idea.
West Mount Walk video
Exactly.
that hasn't been uploaded yet.
We're gonna upload it. Don't worry. I'm gonna put it in.
He's
I'm
gonna
gonna. You know what? I'll
magically
put it
put it
into
in
this
the
video. How does that sound?
There you go. Yeah.
You know?
We'll do like a.
It's like a spliced up.
2 weeks
you know what I
later.
mean? Exactly. Anyways, thanks everyone for watching. If you are watching, if not, have a great day, I guess, and we'll talk to you soon.